So, hi there everybody. Time to comment on your comments. And let's see where we go today. So, Alan Wishar. So, thank you, Alan. I'm glad this was helpful. Does esoteric mean unique? Not unique, close to unique. I use the word esoteric because it's a very good close synonym for recondite. Esoteric talks about something that is not known by many people or not appreciated by many people. Yeah, recondite is talking about something that's not known by many people. So esoteric and recondite are good synonyms. Thank you, Sanju. And Count, great to see you. I imagine an argy-bargy between a child and a mum who is forcing a piece of broccoli into its mouth at breakfast. Children usually do not like to eat broccoli. Very good. I'm really pleased with this, Anne. That's very good. An argy-bargy. Definitely right. Well done, Count. VG, hi VG, great to see you. And Ibrahima. Hi Ibrahima, just found your channel, your YouTube channel. You're a lifesaver, way better than a dictionary. So, wow, thank you. And you'll also notice this. I've got VG's picture for Ibrahima. Okay, and VG. I have 3 videos of these to get done with. I promise I'll watch this one after I finish with the others. Correction, I actually have 5 of them to be done with. I forgot also you made a part 2 of the AM video. That's fine, well, but that's the problem. I keep churning them out. VG, this is the 70th video in my Alex AM PM comments. I like the Union Jack there. Okay, so that means I've been doing it for approximate just over a month. Sonia, hi Sonia. Eking out. It's just a wild guess due to the preposition. Sorry, sir. There's no need to be sorry. You've just given me the right answer. Yeah, and eke out, the word out, is a good clue to the right answer. Well done, Sonia. And Count. Passing round a hat to collect money for an office party is a whip round, but usually no one passes it over. That's very good. Well done, Count. And again, a hat, an office, a whip round. Very, very good. Well done with the articles, Count. And Alan, thank you so much. I got the picture about the differences. Good. That's what these videos are for. And Adam, hi there, Adam. The other day I witnessed an argy-bargy between my neighbour and his girlfriend. To be quite frank, I wish I hadn't seen it. Good English, Adam. I love it. And, too many sneezes for one video. Bless you. Thank you. When I start to sneeze, it's not just one. It's normally 20. And Lee Neary. Hi, Lee. No argy-bargy on the barges. Very good. Reminds me of a very old series, television series, On the Buses. Poof, that's from the 60s. Okay, and Rodney. Hi, Rodney Dumenu. The coronavirus infection was running amok in the European countries. Yeah, that'll do fine. And Santosh. Hi, Santosh. My boss started argy-bargy when I asked for an appraisal in my salary. I asked for appraisal of my salary. I think, yeah, my boss started, I would say some argy-bargy. My boss started some argy-bargy when I asked for an appraisal of my salary. Good, Santosh. And hi, Santosh. Great to see you. And some nice emojis. Thank you again. Does it the same? So does it have the same meaning as the word an argy-bargy? Very definitely. A contretemps, but notice a contretemps is a much posher, much more formal word. I had a little contretemps with my girlfriend. This sounds like Henry. I had a contretemps with mother. Yeah, and argy-bargy. This is much more street English, much more informal. And hi man being, great to see you. I'd like to thank you for all your work. I increased my vocabulary with your lessons for at least 6 years, so thank you. Okay, I increase. You can't use a present simple. I have been increasing, or I have increased my vocabulary with you for at least 6 years, so thank you. Thank you for watching me for such a long time, hi man. And Rodney, hi Rodney, Rodders. The animosity of my father towards our imperious neighbour was tantamount to animosity. Timur the Lame felt the animosity Timur the Lame felt towards the clans he defeated in battle. Very good indeed. A reference to Vikings. Yeah, Timur was definitely full of animosity for just about everybody. Sheed, great to see you. Two close-knit colleagues are having a little chat. One of them asks, do you know what happened at the manager's desk? Do you know what happened at the manager's desk? I heard some argy-bargy. Yeah? Yes, the manager argued with his wife on the phone over who will pick up their children at school after work. Good English, Sheed. Yeah? I think I heard some argy-bargy. Yeah? Do you know what happened at the manager's desk? Yeah? Well, do you know what was happening in the manager's office? Yeah? I heard some argy-bargy. Good work, Sheed. Rodney, the petulant girl ascribed her sullen mood to her stolid boyfriend's failure to appease her during her father's death. Okay, good English. Okay, so during says while he was dying. Yeah, but that's good English, Rodney. And New Dimension. Hello, sir. Can you do a video on the word impregnable? Okay, so I think impregnable, firstly, the main use is militarily. So this castle is impregnable. It's impossible to capture. Yeah, a position is impregnable. Yeah, there is nothing you can do to capture it. Yeah, the defenders were in an impregnable position. But then we can probably go further. So his logic was impregnable. There was no fault in it. You could find no fault with it. Yeah. His word is law due to his impregnable authority within this company. Yeah, absolute, and nobody can take it away from him. So impregnable, it has the idea of something that is impossible to capture. It's impossible to take away. Thank you, New Dimension. And Static. Hi Static, great to see you. This is informative, but I won't be using this in my speech or writing. Otherwise, other Americans would think I'm weird. Well, that's their problem. But it's nice to know British slang, so I could use this if I go over to the UK again. Yep, very definitely, a very British word. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out as well. So the rest of you, be careful. Argy-bargy is British. And Rodney, hi Rodders. My brain was assailed, ed, by the copious meanings of the word assail. My brain was assailed by all the copious meanings the word assail has. Good. Despite all of its meanings, the proclivity to use the word assail in the right context comes naturally to me. Good. It's a good word to use. Yeah, to assail, to attack, but in many different ways. And Fran, good morning, Fran. Oh no, this is probably good evening, yeah, because that was 13 hours ago. So, Jennifer Page's song called Crush was a hit, but it was a flash in the pan. Yes, there are many songs that are a flash in the pan, Fran, that become famous, but only for a very short time. Very often they also say a one-hit wonder or one-hit band. Yeah, they have a very famous record and then they don't make anything else. And Rodney, I introduced a new policy in my company to augment employee punctuality at work. Very good work. And Donny Brasco, Hi Dolly. That very well told, and every word was heard. Good, I'm glad my message didn't fall on deaf ears. Is avid similar to fervid? Very definitely. These are good synonyms. And Rodney, and again, he balked, ed. Yeah, you can't say he balked. He balked at the idea, good English, that his right-hand man was fomenting conspiracies against him in the Council of Elders. Good English, Rodney. I love it. Huh. So I called him Rodders a couple of times. So, who is Rodders? This is a really good trivia question. Where does Rodders, who's called Rodders? Yeah, and I will give you a clue. This is from British TV. Okay, so Alan, hi Alan. Excuse me, what does the word baron mean? Okay, a baron is like a noble, like a duke or an earl or a lord or a count. Yeah, a baron is not in the olden days because. Well, today I think a baron means a very important person, a person with a lot of power. In the old days, barons were the people who had large armies that they controlled, and normally the baron had to pay his army out of his own pocket or out of the money that they managed to pillage. Yeah. Or do you mean barren, B-A-R-R-E-N? And I know I've got a video on that. If something is barren, it has absolutely nothing. It's sterile. It's absolutely empty. So the desert may look barren, E-N, but it's not. Wow, Luke's with his segue still. So, and also shown at, you're actually correct that about that I Swear English, and it happens on the album. Okay, to move from one piece of music to another. A lot, like I was listening to The Seeds of Love by Tears for Fears, and I was on the track Year of the Knife, and I listened to the whole song. Well, it was just a continuous transition from Year of the Knife to Famous Last Words. The same thing that goes with Learn to Fly and Gimme Stitches. The track finished with Learn to Fly and it faded out, and Gimme Stitches faded in. And also my cousin's boyfriend, Stephanie's Danny, said don't skip a track when segue for music, to move from one piece of music to another. When segue for music happens, or else you won't be able to know when the segue or the transition is about to happen from Shade to Swim, example song Learn to Fly, to Gimme Stitches. Ain't It the Life to MIA. Okay, to Year of the Knife, Famous Last Words, and also from 40 Days to Show Me Your Glory. And don't forget From Radiation and Suffocate. This is all one pure advertisement for his song. Okay, and Slow Sunset. Hi, Slow Sunset. In programming, an attribute, very good, I want to know about this one, is something that depicts a characteristic or a property of something abstract. Okay, for instance, a person always has, not has always has a name. Thus, this name could be referred to as an attribute as well. In certain programming languages, an attribute could also refer to additional information something may hold. Thank you for that. That's very good. Thank you, Slow Sunset. And Minnie Brassfield. Thank you here because people keep asking me if I'm a bohemian. People often ask me if I'm a bohemian as well. If people ask you if you're a bohemian, the answer is very probably yes. Okay, and Alan, you're the best teacher, fair and square. Good example, Alan, thanks. And P, great to see you. Hi, Sir Henry. There are no leaves to be taken out of the book. Okay. Only thorns. Wow. Because I wouldn't be getting any flowers. This is what he said. Ooh, that I didn't deserve any flowers, any roses, only thorns. If you don't believe me, I can give you his name, and you can ask him. That is, if you can trace him. I don't know where he is. He might even be dead. And there was no Willie either. No sex. Believe it or not, I don't know why guys are always bragging about themselves. Non, ça ne va pas du tout. That's not acceptable. Why should I say I'm okay when I'm not? Why should I smile when I've been crying the whole day? There are only thorns and scourges, great word which you watched the other day. At least I've counted for one man. I've counted on one man. I think counted on. Or counted for, yes, because I was significant too. One man, and now he's dead, and I will never see him again. So this person with the thorn sounds very horrible, and yeah, it's very sad your life partner's gone. So, well, take care and look on the bright side of life, yeah? We need to enjoy it. We're only here for a limited period. So, Benjamin, hi Benjamin, thank you sir, very well explained, shenanigans, I'm glad you like it. And Paulo Antonio Paulino, hi Paulo. Argy-bargy in Brazil, where we speak Portuguese, brasileiro better said, means bate-boca, mouth beating. Ha ha ha. Okay, mouth beating, it beats your mouth. And Hala Tharwat. Hi Hala, you viewed Nor. Thank you Hala. And Smin, hi there Smin, great to see you. They started to argy-bargy about moving the presidential office at the time they should deal, I think better should be dealing, with the corruption cases of the president-elect. They seem to be stalling to evade the special prosecution until the presidential inauguration in May. They should deal with, yeah, it could be. I would probably prefer a continuous, but they should deal with. So, perfectly correct. Good English. Well done, Smin. And wunderbar girl. Ha ha ha. Thanks. Tee-hee. Ha ha. Very good. And mannequin. I had an argy-bargy with my long-time girlfriend. Good. There was a big argy-bargy about who would get the biggest percentage. Was plus would. There is a big argy-bargy about who will. There was about who would. You're not the only one who does this, so please note. I had an argue-bargy today. The argy-bargy scattered people again. Sorry, scared people again. Yes, very good. Okay, and hi Manna. I am a very cynical man. The world should revolve around me. It works. I dated a cynical girl. I had to break up with her. Some of these young kids are very cynical. She has a cynical attitude. Good English, mannequin. And Peter Rock. Hi, Peter. Let's see. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Romans 10:13. Let the wicked forsake his ways and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Yeah, but where does the word cull come up? I've decided to stop reading people who are just advertising themselves. So, a hard one, till and until. This one is really, really difficult. I had a hard time making this. Yeah, please watch the movie. I'm not the clip. I'm not going to try it here and now without being prepared for it. That tells you how hard it is. And Nakabuye, hi Nakabuye, my pleasure. Thank you, my teacher, my pleasure. And Absard, hi Absard. Buckle versus fasten, difference. Okay, easy. To buckle is to fasten with a buckle. Yeah, a buckle is something metal, so you have a belt buckle, or in the car you've got this metal thing that you clip into another metal thing. That's a buckle. Yeah, or in the aircraft you have to buckle your seatbelt. But there are many other things that you can fasten that don't have buckles. Yeah, for example, you could fasten your shoelace, or you could fasten your shirt. So that's the difference. Buckle is a more specific version of fasten. To buckle is to fasten with a buckle. Okay, but there are other ways. Fernando Villavicencio. Hi, apogee. Would it be like to be in their prime? Absolutely. If something is in its prime, it's at its apogee. Very good, Fernando. Great to see you. BF Film. Hi, Anup. Great to see you. And Dimitri. Hi, Dimitri Demenev. Here's an idea for another video. Subsist. I've written it down already. Thank you. I'll check I haven't got it. It sounds like a pretty reasonable word to make a video of. And Giliola, lovely to see you. I suppose it is the time of the maximum expression of argy-bargy. Yeah, I think maybe we're in a time of expression of argy-bargy. For years on television and on social networks, we have witnessed these events, so human, and as far as I'm concerned, so embarrassing. Ooh, I like that comment. That's very incisive. Yes, all this argy-bargy it's embarrassing how people behave. Thank you, Giliola. Good morning, P. Great to see you. So you're still with Paul, black and white, but we've got some numbers in blue. Okay, so yeah, you're starting to be happier. That's good. And hi there, AK. Brilliant to see you. Hi there, AA. Lovely to see you as well. So I hope you're both well. AK. Tussling with his studies, he went ballistic and had a tussle with his younger sibling when he came to ask him if he wanted to play with him. Great example, 47. And they often tussle with each other as they're not on the same page when it comes to politics. I love it. Not on the same page. Great expression. They don't have similar ideas. And good morning, teacher. Good, more blue. I love it. Thank you, P. And AK says good morning as well. Great to see you both. And 47. He could have had a better life had he not, I love this, had he not tussled with his relationships when he should have been hitting with the books. Yeah, that sounds fine. Well done, 47. And AK. In case you tussle with such questions, I'm going to be solving a very similar problem for you, and you're going to have to solve the rest on your own. I'm going to be solving. I quite like this. I'm going to be solving. It has an idea that this is going to happen in the near future, in a subsequent edition or class or time. You could say I'm going to solve, but I like the be solving. And 47. Hello, sir. I've had a confusion over this topic ever since I started learning English. Which is the difference between on yourself, by yourself, on your own, yourself for yourself? So firstly, on yourself. I wouldn't use this. I don't think it exists. Maybe you took all the responsibility on yourself. So, by yourself definitely means alone. But on your own, yeah? I'm on my own. There is nobody here. I'm by myself. These two are synonyms, but notice the different questions. Yourself is just a plain reflexive. Yeah, but remember, reflexives have all sorts of different meanings. The primary meaning, or the primary use, is when the subject and the object are the same. I hit myself. Subject I, object myself. Yeah, and then for yourself. So do it yourself. Yeah, do it without help. Do it on yourself. No. Doesn't work. Do it by yourself. Yeah, do it on your own. Okay, so do it yourself, DIY. This means not to employ somebody else. Yeah, not to employ a builder or a professional. Yeah, don't ask me to do it. Do it yourself. You do it. Whereas by yourself on your own, these are adding focus to the fact that without help. Do it for yourself. Yeah, I'm not going to do it for you. I recently stumbled upon when he found this out for himself. Okay, yeah, for himself. Yeah, he wasn't given it by anyone. Yeah, so he's the person who gave himself the information, and he's the person who understood the information. Okay, and AK, I spent the last 2 years tussling with depression and wanted to end my life. Please don't 47. Yeah, you've got loads of things to live for. You sound like a really interesting person. And 47, I had a tussle with this guy at the mall who called me names while passing by me. Ignore him. He's the one with the problem, not you. And Vin, hi Vin, great to see you. I often have small tussles with my dad, and that's generally because of our differences. But sooner or later, we always get along. One should always avoid getting into tussles with others, even when you know that you're right. Yes, because there's always this question, is it worth just maintaining the argument to prove that I'm right with a person who's not going to believe you? And AK, when I was having some coffee at the cafe, a couple was having a tussle. The tussle took a minute to transform into a serious argy-bargy and serious argle-bargle. Very good work, 47. Vin, hi Vin. Nobody believed in the mendacious words of that dastardly person in the courtroom. Good. Very few people are actually truthful, free from any sort of mendacities. Yeah, because we even lie to ourselves. Manny, great to see you. I'm going to just wet my whistle a sec. That's better. A battle, skirmish, melee, close-ranged battles, close-ranged fighting. An argument, tussle, wrangle, quarrel, squabble. Bicker as a verb. Yes. A fight, a tussle, a scuffle. Yes. Yeah, these here are verbal arguments, where these are where it comes to physical fighting. Mental fight, an attempt to pull ahead, to get an advantage, to struggle, to tussle, to struggle. It reminds me of the hymn Jerusalem. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand. So, AK, very definitely. Sibling rivalries and tussles are common, but you both shouldn't be doing all this. I like again shouldn't be doing. This is good. Think of what your mum must be tussling with because of you both. Good English, I like it. Hi AK, how sweet of you to think of your mum. Every child should contemplate and revere his mother's onerous chores in order to morph a house into a home. You're clearly a very good mum, Manji. Very, very nice from both of you. And AK, thanks. Besides, I wanted to tell you that I have to go through my dictionary to find out the meanings of the words you use. Appreciate this. Yes. Okay, that's very good, AK. If you could, the more words you can learn from Manji, from Patricia, from Nitu, from Roland as well, all of these people's vocabulary is going to help you radically. Yeah? And Vin. I think meticulous is a positive synonym of fastidious. Very definitely. Fastidious is rather negative, whereas meticulous is very positive. And imagine tussling, so it's 47. Imagine tussling with a situation where you have to pacify the tussle between two guys who are adamant and stubborn. In that case, it's best to stay out because they could easily turn on you, 47. And Nitu, hi Nitu. After hearing his caustic comments, arguments, good English, my mind and tongue lost control. I like that. And in the heat of the moment, I started spitting out bitter words. Good. We both couldn't stomach, great English, each other's antagonistic side, and it all ended up in a terrible tussle. Very, very good work, Nitu. Thank you. Huh. Yes, that's another person to listen to as well. AK is Giliola. Giliola writes quite well as well. Okay, so Manji. Hi Manji. Never did Tom Sawyer, I love these inversions, never did Tom Sawyer let go of a chance to engage in a titanic tussle with his brother Sid. I love this titanic tussle. Yeah, titanic tussle. It sounds really good, that alliteration. And Peter Westerstrom. Hi Peter. I heard this wonderful song as a young punk, but I never understood what it meant. Thank you for explaining. I actually followed this link. It's a punk band called Cocksparrow, who I didn't know, and the song is called Argy Bargy. I quite liked it, Peter. I was quite a big fan of punk in its day, and I still like many punk songs. For example, Alternative Ulster by SLF. Try and follow the lyrics to that. It's almost impossible for me. Okay, Abraham Braham. Hi Abraham Braham. Two of my friends, Charlie and Oscar, were tussling in the corridor, and it became the gossip of the year. Good English. Yes, very definitely. Very definitely. It's good English. Definitely. Well done. Okay, so the answer to yesterday's was recondite. What was that word I used? Well, difficult to understand, not understood by many people. And Alan, I'm tussling with my classmates to get the highest mark. Let's see here, Alan, you've got the choice of either 4 or 2. When you have the choice, because there's no dependent preposition, which there isn't in this case, 4 plus noun, 2 plus verb. Yeah? I'm tussling with my classmates for the highest mark. I'm tussling with my classmates to get the highest mark. Thank you for this great word. My pleasure. Saib Zada. Hi Saib Zada Usman Khan. Great to hear you. Tussle. This word derived from my native language Urdu back when Britishers ruled India, modern day Pakistan and India. Okay, thank you. I was pretty confused with the origin of this one anyway. And Arif, great to see you. Thanks. It's a really helpful video. Great, fantastic. Many thanks. I recommend that you watch. I recommend that people watch this teacher's videos, definitely. You will learn so many things. Thanks, sir. Thank you. Wow, thanks. It's very kind of you, Arif. And Sheed. Last evening on my way home, I saw 2 squirrels who were tussling over a chestnut. Lots of argy-bargy, if you ask me. Good work, Sheed. No mistakes. It reads very nicely. Shivani. Hi, Shivani. Good afternoon. I have a query. I've assigned these questions for homework, in homework, as homework. So for homework works fine. As homework also works fine. But in you can't use. Yeah? So, for. Yes, Arisoda says for. So let me give her a quick reply. For or as. I've still got capital letters here. Well, it's okay. And Doppelsodner. Hi, Doppel. Aluminium. Aluminium. Because it's aluminium in the periodic table. That's a good reason, Doppel. And P. Great to see you, P. 10 to 9. The relationships men have with women can be likened to a piece of writing on paper. There are far more ink blots, smudges and deletions than flourishes, and sometimes you can even hear the rough, uncouth scratching of the quill on the parchment. I love this metaphor. No, likened to, it's a simile. Yes, so if you give me a pen, a real ink pen at school, my paper was always covered in blots, smudges. To get a fair copy, I'd probably have to do it 20 times. And I love the way you've likened this to relationships. Okay, unflinching. Absolutely, P. Well done. Let's carve out a niche. Great to see you. And Arif. Acumen astute. Shrewd perspicacious. He has a lot of acumen in his business. He makes accurate decisions. Thanks, for it's really helpful. Good, Arif. Arnand. What's the difference between display and show when they're used as a verb? So, to display. Let's see, firstly, I think as verbs, in a lot of cases, they are exactly the same. Yeah? However, I think display gives the nuance of show to the public. Yeah, it's saying that you let everybody see it. Yeah, I have a feeling that it gives this feeling of public display. Whereas show, I could show something to my friend. Yeah, I think also if I display it, I try to show it in a good light to let him see the best qualities or the best characteristics of it. So I hope that helped, Anand. And P. Okay, one of these. I think this is excellent. I stopped at the beginning of the fable and will finish later. And Alex. Why have you worn your tie as if it were a little girl's, even though it looks real cute? Let's see, in this job I had to wear a tie. Therefore, I'm going to wear it like it's a school uniform that you've got to wear, but it's almost like a comment. So I've got to wear a tie, but I'm not going to wear it properly. Didn't some of the girls in the classroom make remarks to this effect? Not in an avuncular way. I don't like that adjective for a woman. Yes, but in a maternal or sisterly fashion. I think that's a much better. Those are much better adjectives. You might have had some guys with fairy tendencies drooling over you. I have guys with fairy tendencies drooling over me the whole time, but I'm not interested. That's their problem. Maybe you did. Why did they take so long for suave? Was it because of the pronunciation? Suave. Yes, definitely with that R sound. Yeah. Okay, there are quite a lot of these. These classes are quite fun. Yeah, they're quite useful as well. They're also actually good for teachers. I had one person who did an analysis for his for a thesis on one of these videos, specifically on one of these teaching videos. And vibes. What's the difference between dashing down and dashing off a piece of writing? Okay, so I think dash down means get it down on paper quickly. Dash it off means write it quickly and get it finished quickly. So let's see, in my opinion, the difference is very, very, very close. But dash down, the emphasis is on I need to get it down before I forget it. Whereas dash it off, I need to finish it as quickly as possible because I've got other things to do. So I would dash off my homework because it was boring. But let me dash down your number, otherwise I'm just going to lose it or forget it. Good question, vibes. Love it. Thanks, VG. The students got into a tussle about who would present their schoolwork first. Good English. They tussled until the caretaker separated them. Good. The little kid gently tousled his mother's hair. More commonly tousled, but tussled would work. Nice. It's an issue that I've also been tussling with for quite a long time. Good English. I spent 2 hours tussling with his broken lawnmower. Good English again. Unflinching, not unflinching, unflinching, but yes, VG. Abject austerity. Good, a good collocation. Well done, Rodney. Unflinching gaze sounds like a collocation to me. Yeah, gaze, you're looking, you're staring, and if it's unflinching, they don't look away. He was unflinching in the face of the teacher. Yeah, I think in the face of the teacher's anger would sound better. He was unflinching despite the danger. He gave me unflinching support. Throughout his campaign, he's shown a lot of unflinching determination and dedication. Good, well done. And, okay, how can a child be frightened and unflinching at the same time? But unflinching talks about the gaze, not the child. So, and Forlearn, hi Forlearn. Sir, to change it to a plenty, okay, would it be correct to write it like this? There was a cuisine aplenty. So, without a, there was cuisine aplenty, one word, at the feast. But okay, there was cuisine aplenty, but you need it one word, at the feast. The tables were groaning under the dishes. The plates were laden with food aplenty, with various foods, and there were guests aplenty. Yes, at the celebration. Very good. Yes. There were guests aplenty. Notice post positive because it begins with this a. Yeah, it needs to go after the noun. Good. Yeah, normally these ones that begin with a go afterwards. Yeah, either they make adverbs or very often both, they make post positive adjectives. Look at post positive adjectives. Guests aplenty. That was very good. And then the uprising against the government led to upheaval, leaving the country in turmoil. Led to upheaval, leaving the country in turmoil with no ruling authority. Good work then. And Forlearn, so allure means charm as a noun, but entice, tempt as a verb. Yes. And the difference between lure and allure is lure has worse intentions. Very, very good, Forlearn. Exactly. You've even got the nuance of this. Good work. I choose unflinching. Well done, Sean. The right answer. And P. I'm going through it again. It's quite enjoyable. I like the interaction too. By the way, couldn't you say, and it's an exceptional case? Is it Aesop? You mean Aesop? The Aesop of Aesop's fables, the famous fables, the famous notorious Sir Alex Charles Henry, etc. I didn't get the last one. What artist? Mind. I thought the answer was mind-boggling tricks, intuitive insight, something like that. You must have got several thumbs up for the lesson, with a matador's flourish of thumbs to boot. Yes, but these were a very long time ago, and I only had like about 5,000 or 10,000 followers at that time. I love these classes. They're really good. They're very helpful, and they're quite fun. I'm sorry, I can't. An artist. Probably, yeah. I think, knowing me, it was probably a mime artist. Yeah? What does a mime artist not do? These multiple questions at the end. It's a fun exercise. And Jeremiah, come on, man. Don't get your panties in a tussle. I love it. Yeah, don't get your panties in a twist. Don't get upset. That's a really good phrase. Don't get your panties in a tussle. I love it. So, We'll see if we've got some more, but before we do, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to the channel, and let's continue with these, because I bet there are 4 or 5 more. More than that maybe. And wow. Okay, Manny, I had to use this hand cream to all intents and purposes and apply it to your face. Okay, you could use to all intents and purposes, but most normally we use it to mean effectively. So he isn't the boss of the company, but he is to all intents and purposes in reality. Use this hand cream to all intents and purposes. Yes, you could definitely use it like that in a real world situation. Yeah, use it as hard and as possible. To all in all circumstances. Yes, you could use it like that. However, I would say the effective reality, de facto, something like that, Manny. And hi again, P. Good, you're into this. There are quite a few of these. By effectively the same, you mean essentially. Essentially the same. These two things are effectively the same, essentially the same. Very good, Manny. And okay, unflinching. I think it was number 4. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was. AAA, hi AA, great to see you. The songwriters have been tussling over the song for many years, lest they lose. Yes, I love it. A large amount of money. Good English, and I love your use of lest, AA. That's really good. Notice third person, lest he lose, lest it be lost. Well done, AA. Great work. And P, callous and callous. Yesterday, the gérant, the manager, the person in charge of the body shop in the mall, and I were talking of this problem. It's scary how wide this can be. However, you have to steel yourself with this kind of armor in your dealings with narcissists. Yeah, you need to be callous. They don't know what empathy is, and it's very easy to fall prey to their wiles, to be victim of their tricks. They have no qualms about draining you of all your energy and your positivity. That's their stock in trade. That's how they thrive and survive. That's a very good analysis of narcissists. Very definitely. You need to create emotional calluses which give you a much more callous attitude towards them. VG, the girls tussled until a teacher broke them up. Good. 2 men tussled in the room because of a piece of chocolate pie. Okay. And Funda. So, Alex, do not close sections below all your videos where we're commenting on sentences, even if you don't read all our notices. So thank you, teacher. Notice, Funda, for the last month or so I've been answering everybody's question by this video. Maybe I'll put a link to this, Funda. Okay, I won't close the sections. I'll check. Well, you've obviously been able to comment in this one. And Shamin, very definitely. Shamin, great to see you. What about the hound as a verb? Doesn't it mean following someone? For example, the reporters wouldn't stop hounding her. Very definitely. The press were hounding her. They were hunting. They were running after her. Particularly hounded by the press. He was being hounded by the police, as if being chased by hunting dogs, but in a metaphoric sense. And for learn, could you briefly tell me the difference between artwork, the arts? So an artwork is a physical thing that an artist has made. It could be a picture, it could be a statue, it could be a piece of music, it could, yeah, and that's an artwork. Art is the general subject of painting, yeah, of pictures, yeah. Art is a subject that I enjoy. Yeah, modern art, contemporary art, Renaissance art. The art in this museum, this is an art museum, a museum of pictures. And the arts talks about culture. Yeah, so culture in general. So he's a patron of the arts. It means he gives money to the arts, but by the arts we mean to music, to literature, to painting, to sculpture, to architecture, to theatre, to filmmaking. So the arts talks about cultural activities, creative cultural activities, and that's the idea of the arts. And let's give this another little refresh, because I bet there are a couple more. Even so, wow, we're up to 50 minutes now. And let's see what we've got. This is going to be the end, though. It's the last one, if there is. Okay, so it's there. Take care. See you all soon. Bye for now.